Greg just goes to a very dark place when he hits those vocals.
Oh, Sunday night.
Yeah, it sounds like his soul is leaving his body. It's absolutely terrifying. All right. Can we start with breaking news? Is that possible?
Yeah.
I think we have it. Lions ain't going to go out and get nobody. I want to know if what they did, Rico, is in any way symbolic or signifies that they will not be going out and making a major acquisition. Their response to Aidan Hutchinson getting hurt was 4 years and $97 million to another one of their guys. And I'm fine with it. That's cool. Whatever. You got Alim McNeill. Great. Eventually the money runs out, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe this hurts their ability to go out? Or are they just telling you, we don't care what you poors want us to do. We're smarter than you. We're going to draft, develop, and sign our own people. We don't do the trades.
I think it's the latter. I think it is, we believe in our guys. We're going to take care of our guys. It's a little bit of both. Because it was weird that they came out with that extension yesterday, the timing of it. Just seemed like, oh, okay, did you have to do that right now? But, yeah, if you really take away from what you want and you look at what the GMs and the presidents of the different teams around here actually do in their history, you see the patterns and you see. And it's like how we broke through the whole RAS score when it came to the draft. Like, that's who they're probably going to go after. And then sure enough, it started being those guys that were on that high RAS score. For this tells me we're going to get some people off of a practice squad, and we'll find some people. And if we got to do what A.J. Hinch did with his pitchings, we'll do that with this defensive line. We're okay.
I'm with Rico on it. I don't agree with it, but it's not about what we agree with. It's about what's reality. I mean, we can have all the fun we want. I could yell, scream, pound the desk, make this phone call, do that. It doesn't make a damn bit of difference in the world, guys. The reality is, I think what Dan Campbell said on our airwaves is true. Now, the question is, do you believe they're still Super Bowl good? I don't. I said you were winning it before the season. You cannot lose your version of Nick Bosa, your version of Chris Jones, your version of pick a guy. I don't care. I'm sorry, but no, you're not going to sign some scrub from Cincy's practice squad. Don't bleep on my head and tell me it's raining.
I think the only caveat to that, and this is what a lot of Lions fans who want to see a move, you don't want to see. If you go into Minnesota, and Minnesota, you have no pass rush whatsoever, and Sam Darnold lights this team up, there's now a sense of urgency. There is now, okay, guess what? We got to make some moves. We got to go and get somebody because that's Minnesota, and now they're still undefeated, and they got a game up on us.
Let's do it one better. You go to Minnesota this weekend. Then you're going to go and take on the Titans, right? You come home, take on the Titans. Do you know who you play 48 hours for the trade deadline?
Is it Green Bay?
In Lambeau. Hey, go ahead. Lose 2 of the next 3. That'll test your confidence. Now, if they win the next 2, makes you feel a little bit better. It doesn't change how I feel ultimately is that in the seminal moments of your season, you're going to need a play. You're going to need your difference maker, and you lost both defensive ends. But I want to know, do you believe the signing of Alim McNeill right now, like Rico said? I mean, October 15th, out of ether, we're just going to go ahead and hand out $100 million. You believe that signifies that the dream is dead. They're not going to make a big move at the deadline for a pass rusher, just like they did in last year. 248-539-9797. David, you have your fashion glasses on. Please, all ears. Do you believe there's any correlation between the two things?
I do. And I was shocked last night when I saw that news come across that Alim McNeill got an extension because I find it odd that the pairing of Alim McNeill and Hutch, you can see that, what they do for each other. And I was thinking, why don't you just want to see what Alim McNeill is without Hutch to see if he's worth the money? In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. But then you look at it and you say, you know what? They just believe that he can do it. They believe that he can be the man without Hutch there, and so they're paying him. And it seems a bit of arrogance to me from Brad Holmes. It feels this way that he's saying, I got this guy. I drafted this guy. I'm going to pay the guy. I brought him in. This is all on me. He's the guy.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know, man. You need to go outside. And every time, you don't need to pay all your players either. Every player does not need to be paid by you. Sometimes you focus on the guys you want to keep and you let some go.
It does seem that way, that anybody that was on that team last year that got to the NFC Championship game, you will get your big payday. You will get your money. Now, I do like how they're doing this because they're in control. They're not allowing their guys to go out there and do the holdouts, and we're going to break this team. We're going to go get all of this stuff. But this didn't seem necessary. Now, if you're Alim McNeill, of course you think it's necessary. Yeah. But I don't think that you had to make this move, especially, Mike, with you may have to go out there and you may have to pay some money. You may have to sweeten the deal because what if Cleveland is on that fire sale? I mean, a lot of people were like, man, come on, man, Myles Garrett. But as the days went on, you start thinking, And then when Amari Cooper left, that's why I was like, hey, we got some breaking news. They may be in. You may have to use some of that money. And if you had to choose between the two, I think you would rather see it go to a Myles Garrett.
The thing they're doing that is smart, and I give them full credit for it, is they're kind of in front of the market on a lot of these signings. I mean, think about it. If you waited till the offseason, you're probably paying Alim closer to 110 or 115 over 4. You know, if you waited on Sewell, again.
Amon-Ra, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of ahead of the market, but I'm with you guys. Like, all right, Kirby Joseph, come on down. You know he's about to get a bag. Aidan was set to get a bag. Now the injury, to me, it complicates things. But, look, that's up to their doctors. I'm not an expert there. I just would like to see him come back, be the same player, and then I pay you. But,
if I was Brad Holmes, I can't just give you the good old, you was my guy. I need to see if you could walk.
Yeah, and again, because I already see the idiocy coming through on the phone lines. I'm not saying Hutch getting hurt spurned the McNeill thing. I'm saying by doing the McNeill thing, does it mean they're not replacing Hutch? Please, people. Please. Sweet Jesus. David, give us a few ticket texts. We'll get to the people in a second.
Dan told y'all yesterday they're looking for role players. That is Perry from Detroit.
Great, Perry. Go play the Powerball. Stop wasting my time.
Hutch went down, and the defense didn't miss a beat. Relax until they give you a reason to panic.
Hutch went down, and the defense didn't miss a beat in a game they were up 30 on against a team that quit. Surely you can't be this stupid. Today's not the day, okay? If this is what we're getting, just log out of the ticket text.
From Marcus, I think the Alim McNeill signing told me they wanted to get their guys taken care of. I believe they still make a move, though.
Listen, that's up to you guys. I mean, a move and the move are two different things. Yeah, they'll go sign somebody's practice squad player. And maybe we're here in 3 weeks, and I don't know, Rico, maybe they're giving up a 5th-round pick and a dog biscuit for Jadeveon Clowney or something. It's possible. But I think we all wanted more, and therefore we'll be vilified in this town because if you want more, you're the devil.
You want more, Mike, because we just brought it up. 2 of your next 3 games, not only in the division, on the road, and these are teams you don't want to be looking up at.
How about 3 of your next 4? Would you value going to Houston?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so, and again, that would be after the deadline. But look, 3 of your next 4, you're facing some pretty good teams. I'm interested. Then you do get a reprieve. You're going to play the Jags and Colts. Both those teams are ass. I just would like to know if you believe by signing Alim, they're telling you something. And if you don't, that's fine too. But you can just miss me with this idea of minimizing Hutchinson. You can just take it to a different radio show. I won't hear it. I'm not going to disrespect the guy. The guy had 7.5 sacks. The guy was playing the best football of his career. Mm-hmm. The guy was finally ascending into not local hometown hero, but like actual NFL star. Mm-hmm. Oh, and you vaporize him, and you want to hit me with the, no big deal. Man, miss me with it. Just go to a different day part.
No, he was on his way to being up there with Garrett and both. He was going to be in contention, or if not, Mike, he was the lead person to be the defensive player of the year. Like, he was getting it done. And I don't want to hear, it was backup tackles. That's not his job. No. His job is to go and get the quarterback. Whoever you stick in front of him, double team, triple team, didn't matter. He was getting pressure. He was hitting home. And then all of a sudden, it just was gone.
Just if you power rank this team out, and I said, all right, Rico, Name the top 5 Lions. Your top 5 players. Is Aidan one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Then don't tell me it doesn't hurt. Don't take a fourth quarter where Dallas was already thinking about the post-game meal. I mean, my goodness, people. Come on now. Tell you what, if losing Hutch doesn't matter, relax, cool. Well, I guess your rotation's fine when Scooble blows out, right? Seriously. I mean, do you understand how stupid some of you sound? Sweet Jesus. The guy's a superstar. It's okay to say it hurts. It's okay to say you have some doubts.
See, I don't
My
think it's
goodness.
stupidity. I think it's more of a coping mechanism. It's more denial.
It's copium.
It's you don't want to say how bad it is, so you just kind of, well, maybe it's not as bad as we think it's going to be.
The other thing I do, Rico, and maybe it's wrong, I don't believe that you will be as healthy today, like as healthy in December as you are today. It's about what's eroding around you. Like, I love how nobody even brings up Marcus Davenport. Nobody. Now you're down the 2 guys you intended on being your starting defensive ends. What's your answer? Mm-hmm. If Josh Paschal were so sweet, you don't bring in Marcus Davenport. Like, I don't doubt what you have on the interior, and I like that some of these guys can flash and Onwuzurike can move around a little bit. That's all well and good. Yes, we can blitz more. Guys, the reality is you just lost the only guy on this football team that will draw a double team of every snap this season. Mm-hmm. Yes, it matters. I think by paying McNeill, it kind of gives you a window into who they are and what they're doing. And deviation from that, I don't have evidence of it. So can I hope for different? Sure. But what the hell is hope? Jesus. Here, you can hope you hit the lottery every damn day. You're not going to hit it.
No, you're right. They had 2 options, and I know last year. They had 2 ways to go. They could have gone the Chase Young route. They could have went the Montez Sweat route, and they decided, you know what? We're good. We stood pat. It just makes me wonder, like, man, if you would have pulled the trigger and got Sweat here.
Oh, I know.
You'd be feeling a whole lot better.
But then what they'll tell you is the $100 million that they gave to Sweat, well, then we couldn't pay McNeill. I'm with you. I don't think the cap is real to a point, but they are steadfast about draft, develop, sign their own people. That's just their thing. And look, Kirby Joseph's going to be due. How much you want to bet Kirby gets back?
Yeah.
Okay. And Aidan, look, I would wait until he's functional again just to make sure you're the same guy. Your leg did just explode underneath you. But Aidan's going to get it's incalculable. I can't even keep up with the contracts. I mean, would you say Aidan's going to get 32 a year? Does that sound right?
Yeah, I was thinking about 124 a year. Yeah, something around there.
So, yeah. 248-539-9797. All right, we will get with your phone calls. We'll get the ticket text as well, 97.1.